Hey house guests, welcome to today's Celebrity Big Brother 2 updates and spoilers. Our house guests of the day are Daniel Gutierrez, Daniel Ramos, and Dominic Capello. What's up guys? Thanks so much for the support. We really appreciate it and could not do this without you. And let's dive right in because we have a lot to talk about. Last night, Jonathan was evicted by a vote of 6-1. It feels like it was like 5 years ago, doesn't it? It's been a really long night into day. So that was a blindside for a few people. Dina was the one vote to evict Candy. Ugh, you never want to be the one vote apart from everybody else. So yeah, we'll talk about that. But the HOH competition did not start right away. They had a little bit of time in between the eviction and the HOH. So when the feeds came back, Ryan, Joey, and Dina were in the fashion Fifth Avenue. Fifth Avenue is the shopping one, right? That bedroom, which I love. But all three of them were blindsided. They are shook right now. They do not know what's going on. I think Jonathan had a little bit of an idea that maybe it could happen, and his default face is just... So, I mean, no matter what, who's going to make that face? But I think he kind of had an idea. But Ryan, Joey, and Dina did not seem to know that that was going to happen. So Ryan is thinking he's going to be the next target. Maybe. He says, I want to know who voted for Candy. Who do you think voted for Candy? Who are you sitting with right now? Who has known Jonathan for years and their daughter is like super tight with him, whatever? Who do you think voted for Candy to go and not Jonathan? So he seems really surprised to learn that it may have been Dina. She didn't say outright, it was me, but she was like, look at my face. And Joey was like, she's being serious. So I think Ryan really needed that 100% confirmation, like hearing it from her mouth, because even later he was still like, she hasn't really confirmed it yet. Come on! So then Dina, I don't know if she was just trying to play this off or she was really confused because she asked, who did Tamar vote for? The vote was 6-1 and you were the one. So I don't know if she was just confused or if she was trying to act like it was Tamar who voted out Candy and not her. So they agree, like, whoa, we're shocked. We didn't know that was going to happen. We're kind of pissed that people lied to us about their votes, but it's the game. It is what it is. So we're just gonna, have to keep playing here. So shifting gears a little bit, Candy was kind of upset that Dina voted her out because, yeah, she gets that Dina wouldn't want to vote out Jonathan, but why her and not Joey? Remember, there were 3 people up on the block. So why did she vote for her? So she's also still not 100% sure that it was Dina. But you know what? Can you really blame her? Just going off of her relationship with Tamar and how it's gone in the house so far for the two of them. Yeah. Alright, so the HOH competition started at 8:18 p.m. It was called Rock Till You Drop, and guess what? It's a rock and roll themed wall comp! Woo! Amazing! Everybody always looks forward to the wall comp. It's so much fun to watch. I feel like this is really a huge like bonding night for the house guests too, because like they go through this ridiculousness together and they're just like, whoa. Not to quote Joey, but whoa. So for this one, they're all standing, they each have their own little platform. They have their arms up above their heads in these giant hands that are meant to look like stone, and they're making this configuration because they're at a rock concert. Like, comment, subscribe. So the wall tilts forward, as I'm sure you guys already know. It holds there for a while and then it goes back, gives them a little break. So there was also a fun set for them to look at. There were like these rock and roll stones up on a stage. Some would call them rolling stones. And there was at least 2. And they both had these like curly wigs. One of them had huge lips. I think it was probably like a Mick Jagger type. And then there was another one that reminded me of Slash because he had a nice little top hat on. And then they had Ryan Lochte in costume and wig as well. Okay, so then throughout the competition, Big Brother was hitting them with all sorts of junk. They threw some powdered sugar, some green jelly shots. Jello's a brand name. Some cold beer and cups. It wasn't just like beer. It was like cups with the beer, and they were like, ow, that hurt. I'm sure it didn't feel good, but like really, did it hurt that badly? And there was also this like white liquid, which was supposed to be whipped cream, but I don't know, it looked nasty. So, okay, let's talk about it. The house guests were really, really quiet at first. Usually you got a couple of class clowns that are talking it up, but everybody was really quiet. Everyone was concentrating. And before we break down who fell at what time, I have to say, I am so impressed by this cast and how they did in this competition. I mean, compared to last year, like the 10-minute long endurance competitions, like this was for real. This was legit. So good job them. It was entertaining as hell. All right, so Tom was the first one to fall. Oh, he fell at 8:43 p.m. So that means he was up there for what, like 25 minutes? That's pretty good for the first person, right? So he was really embarrassed to be the first one to fall. Let's be real. I think a lot of people were thinking that Dina and maybe like Kato were going to be the first ones out because they are the oldest this season. But Tom, he had a funny fall because he let his feet come off the platform first and the wall was forward. So he was able to like hang on with just his arms, and he was just hanging there, and he's like, I mean, I guess I could do this for a while. But then he was trying to get his feet back on the platform. It wasn't working, so he couldn't do it anymore. He fell off. So then Candy dropped right after him. She was waiting to fall, but she did not want to be the first one out. So she was like, woo, deuces, I'm out of here. And it was really funny after somebody would fall to see like their outline on the wall from like where they were hit with all the shit. But anyway, Ricky was the next one to fall a little while later, 9:05 p.m. And then people were really wondering, like, what is going on with Dina? Did she fall asleep? Is she in like some deep meditation? Because she was solid and she was not making a peep either. She was really quiet. People were impressed and also concerned if she was okay. But Tom was the best cheerleader on the sidelines. He kept saying like, you guys are amazing. And he would say it over and over again, but like, it was nice to see. So then, next up, the most dramatic exit ever. Bachelor, Bachelorette, eat your heart out, because Tamar was the next to fall. This is an ordeal, guys. It's never simple with Tamar. She is extra and it is so entertaining. So at 9:14 p.m., Tamar's like, big brother, I want to get down, but I'm afraid of heights. So she was like, production, can you get the ladder? She says she's about to have an anxiety attack. Dead ass. So then she's like, I'm being for real here. Like, I'm about to faint. I really need some help getting down. So the feeds cut briefly, and then they come back and she's still up there because they're not going to give her a ladder. It's just not going to happen, even if you are a celebrity. So everyone is trying to coach her to get off of this wall. They're like, just jump. It's going to be fine. You're going to love it. And they're telling her, bend your knees. You'll be so much closer to the ground. And then you just let your feet go and then let your arms go. But she's still freaking out. She's like, I can't do it. Like, she is full on freaking out. She's crying. I feel really bad that she was in distress, but at the same time, she's fine, okay? She's fine. It was also high-key hilarious. So it reminded me a lot of when Rockstar got stuck on the rock climbing wall, but it was like 1,000 times funnier. No offense, Rockstar. So eventually, you know, they're all asking Big Brother to lower the wall so she'll be closer to the ground, and she's still crying, but eventually they get her to bend her knees. She takes her feet off the platform, and she's just holding on with her arms, and they have this close-up of her face, and she's just like, I can't even do it. She's just like, like she screams. She screams, and people on Twitter put together some of the most amazing edits I've ever seen. I especially love the dinosaur one where it's like the pterodactyls, and then this one turns its head and it's like, oh my god. If you guys want to see it, just look at my Twitter feed, because I definitely retweeted that genius work. Okay, so anyway, she's hanging on for a second and then she falls at 9:18 p.m. She's down, she's safe. There's nothing to worry about. I don't say this lightly, but this was iconic. Truly, this was iconic. Okay, so the next one to fall was Dina at 9:32 p.m. I have to say, that's really impressive. I think a lot of people were impressed by her. She had a rough looking fall, but she was okay. So then they were asking her, like, how old are you? This is amazing. And she's just like, I'm old. Oh, but she did a really great job. The only thing is, I think people are a little bit threatened by her now. I think a lot of people were like, oh, it's Dina, who cares? She's not gonna like do anything in these competitions. But now they're seeing she could potentially be a physical threat. So she's definitely on people's radars now. So at that point, it was down to 4 people. We've got Natalie, Lolo, Kato, and Joey. And when there were only these 4 left, these like BB roadies, like production people dressed up, it was fun. They came out and they sprayed them with these like fire extinguishers. I'm assuming it was not actual like stuff that you would put out a fire with, because that's really dangerous. But they were spraying them and it was pretty funny, because they said they had to like cool down the crowd or whatever. They were too hot. I don't know. So then, I have to mention this. Joey complained throughout the whole entire competition. And he started early on saying things like, hey, guys, can we speed this up? Like, he's talking to production. He's like, can we speed this up? Come on, guys, this isn't right. We're just getting over sickness and we're out here in the cold. Like, come on, it's ridiculous. It's not right. It's messed up. So he's like, can they make this go any quicker? I mean, games are awesome and everything, but this is just craziness that this is taking so long. So he's going on and on like every few minutes, and everybody is just thinking like, shut the F up, okay? This is the competition. Do you not understand how endurance competitions work? Would you like us to watch you sit on a couch covered in a freaking Snuggie with a space heater on you for like 5 minutes? I don't want to go too long because I know it's upsetting for you. I mean, really, like, what did you think this was gonna be? So then he's like, oh, everybody in the booth is probably rolling their eyes at me right now, but like, come on, this is ridiculous. So he says, it's not even that it's difficult, it's just freezing. Please, just speed this thing up, guys. What do you want them to do? Are they supposed to like freaking dangle the wall all the way down and start shaking it so you fall? Like, you could very easily jump off. That would speed things up. Oh, it was just ridiculous and annoying. But anyway. Okay, so then Kato tells Joey, just go ahead and drop. I'll protect you. It's fine. And then Dina says, no, stay. Everyone stay. No one drop. Whoa, that was a little bit aggressive. Ugh. So Kato's like, okay, Dina. Wow, that shows me a lot. I mean, really, like, that's not a good idea. So then Lolo was the next one out at 9:52 p.m. because she injured her shoulder a while back. She tore something in it and she didn't want to re-injure herself, so she was like, it's not worth it. I am like a professional athlete. I'm gonna have to bow out. Sorry. I think that's acceptable. So then Joey's like, oh yeah, I had the same exact injury in the past, which I'm sure he did. But then he's like, it's not worth it. I can't do this. So then Kato and Natalie are both telling him, just drop. You'll be safe. Don't worry about it. You'll be safe. Just go. So Joey's like, okay, but like, I'll see how long I can do it, but I'm not going to tear my shoulder again. So he didn't take the deal. To me, he didn't take the deal. Like, if you don't drop when the deal is made, the deal has not been made. So I don't think he should like automatically be safe by whoever wins HOH this week, but it seems like they're gonna honor it. So Joey stays on for a few more minutes. He does slip off at 9:55. Thank God. He was like trying to shake out his arms or whatever, and he lost his grip and fell. So then it was down to Kato and Natalie, and Kato, you know, they're working together, so they have a pretty good working relationship. So Kato tells Natalie, just drop, you're safe with me, it's gonna be fine. So Natalie does drop, and Kato wins HOH at 9:56 p.m. So I guess the competition took about just under an hour and 40 minutes or so, which is respectable. It's pretty good, right? For a celebrity season, at least. So I think it's pretty good either way. I mean, we've seen some competitions go really long, but I think that's pretty good. So I gotta say, like, damn, he is 59 years old. I never would have guessed that he would have won the wall competition. Good for you. That's so awesome. Everybody was super impressed. They were like, you're awesome. So then after the competition's over, Joey is begging to go inside. It's ridiculous. It's so cold out here. We gotta get in there. I mean, we're getting over sickness. We gotta get inside. We gotta get in. So you gotta wait a few minutes, okay? Because production's gotta make sure they got all the right camera angles. So just chill. Alright, so then Kato starts shouting at Dina, and he's like, game on, Lohan. And it's, like, unclear if he's joking or serious, because he's had, like, this kind of flirtmance thing going with Dina since they've got there, since they've been there. So I don't know if he's just, like, joking around or he's serious, because he does seem a little bit offended that she was telling Joey not to jump down earlier. So then he's also saying, the fun continues, shots on me, I'm going to keep the HOH room open like Ryan did. Alright, I believe he is planning on sleeping up there though. I think he did last night. So anyway, everybody eventually gets back in the house. They're all cleaning themselves up. They're having a hard time getting that green stuff off though. Woo! And I mean, the hot water was out after like the first few people that showered. So some people have to take cold showers. That freaking sucks. Lolo was very upset because her hair, the green would not come out of it. So, I mean, she washed it over and over and over and over and over again, but it would not come out. So Tamar's trying to comfort her. She's like, it's just hair, it's fine. Coming from the person who shaved their head. So then, let's get back to the game. What is Kato gonna do now that he's HOH? He had a brief conversation with Tom in the Chrysler bedroom, and Tom was like, oh, Ryan feels bad because he thinks he's going up. So, but Kato is like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet, but like, you know who I do want to put up? Dina, because she's coming after me. Is she though? I mean, I don't think she was saying necessarily like she wanted Kato out when she was telling Joey not to jump off. I think she was just trying to protect herself because Joey was also like not in on that vote. Like he was also blindsided. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think she's going after Kato. But that's the way he's taking it. So she's definitely got a target on her back this week. So then a few minutes later, Ryan makes a plea to Kato. Don't put me up, bro. No, he's like, I know I'm probably a big target this week. I have a feeling that I'm most likely going up. But if you don't put me up, I'll be a really good ally for you. I'm going to try to win every competition. I want to stay here as long as I can. And then Ryan starts singing like a bird. He's like, Jonathan and I had an alliance with the girls in the beginning, but it blew up. And now they have their own alliance with whoever, I guess the whole house. That's actually what he said. Yeah, like Kato and Tom. So then Kato's like, yeah, I mean, I really like you. I want you around. And he says that Dina was hinting that she wants him out. So she might be his target this week. Ugh. Alright, so then Kato got his HOH room. It was late, 1:20 a.m. He got pictures of his parents who passed away. He got a picture of his 29-year-old girlfriend. What? I'm not judging. I'm just saying, like, that's a 30-year age difference. Okay. So then his letter was from his girlfriend, and he read it out loud. It was very, very sweet. She told him that their plant is in good condition. It's grown quite a bit since he's left. And he got lots of yummy snacks. He got the iPod loaded with Currents by Tame Impala. And the gift from Pop TV, he got a mini cornhole game. Woo! Alright. So then Kato made a toast to Jonathan and the mooch. And that's that. So then a little while later, Kato and Ricky have a brief game chat in the bathroom area, and Kato asks him, are you 100% committed to Tata? Meaning Tamar, that's what they call her. And Ricky doesn't really answer. You know, I think he wants to see where Kato's going with this. So Kato's like, well, I want to hear from you. Like, what would you do if you were HOH? So Ricky says, well, I wouldn't put Ryan up right away because he could potentially win the power veto. And Kato's like, yeah, that's smart. Ryan could be a really great ally. I don't think that's what Ricky was saying. I think Ricky's saying you should backdoor him. But it really seems like Kato wants to try and strike a deal with Ryan and keep him around this week. I don't think he's really planning on backdooring him at this point. So Ricky is also saying that he would put up Joey, and Kato's like, I can't. I made the deal with him during the HOH competition. Again, I don't think that that deal is valid because Joey did not jump down when the deal was proposed. So Kato then reveals that he's thinking about putting up Dina and Tamar. Oh my god, can you imagine the meltdown if Tamar goes up on that block? Woo! So Ricky relays this conversation to Natalie. They really want to try and get Ryan backdoored this week. That's their goal. And then Ryan and Joey were strategizing together. They want one of the 3 queens to go this week, meaning Natalie, Lolo, or Tamar. I mean, you never know, but we'll see. So then this morning, the feeds were in and out quite a bit. There was some drama between Lolo and Tamar. First of all, I think Lolo is really stressed out at this point. Number one, she's not happy about the food situation. She doesn't have the foods that she usually eats, and I think as an athlete, like, that's really important to her, and it's messing her up. Number two, she's really, really upset about the green not coming out of her hair. So it's really causing some drama for her. But, woo! Okay, so I just want to tell you guys, too, before we get into this, Tamar was wearing her visor sunglasses again today, and you know that's trouble. And Lolo was wearing this, like, blanket or towel or something, like, over her hair. And let's get into it. So Tamar is asking Lolo, like, what was going on last night? You guys were up in the lounge room till, like, 4:30 in the morning. What's that all about? So Lolo's like, well, I was talking to Dina because she was really upset that no one told her that Jonathan was going. And Tamar's like, she's lying. So Lolo's like, if she's lying, blah, blah, blah. She was going to say something, but Tamar cut her off, and she's pissed that Lolo said if she's lying. Like, she doesn't believe Tamar. So then, whoa! After that, Lolo starts yelling at Tamar about how she's always popping off, and she doesn't let them even get their thoughts out there, and she's like, don't effing start with me. She freaking rips her towel / blanket, I'm not sure what it was, off her head to reveal her green hair. She went into Hulk mode. It was crazy. So then the feeds go down for a few minutes. Lolo is telling Natalie what happened when they come back, and she's talking about Tamar, and she's like, are you on this show just to cause ratings? To cause them? So then Tamar walks in, and she's like, I'm sorry, what happened? And Lolo's like, she starts yelling again. She's like, last night we all stayed up late to make sure that you're cool with everyone, and you're always popping off on everyone every day. So then the feeds cut again. They come back like 10 minutes later, and Lolo is being called to the diary room. So she's walking over there, and you can hear Tamar say to Candy, again, you know it's crazy when Tamar is talking to Candy about the situation. She says, next time someone calls me a bitch, I'm gonna start yanking. So then Lolo is like, then do it. So then Tamar says, then say it. So Lolo says, then do it. Then say it. Like, they go like 3 times. So the feed's cut, and they've been down for more than 6 hours now. That's not usually a good sign. I don't know what happened. I'm sure they were trying to calm everybody down, but I'm assuming that they also are doing nominations and possibly even the veto, because this is an accelerated schedule, so they need to squeeze everything in, and I think they probably just went right into that. So I don't know. If you guys want to check back later, I will post the information, like nominations and stuff, below if it happens. I'm assuming they're at least doing nominations today, if not also the veto. It's looking like Kato was planning on putting up Dina and Tamar. Who knows if he's going to follow through with that after everything that's been happening. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, and until tomorrow, much love.